You okay?
Your arms!
Oh, yeah. How about that? Guess it's just as well I can't feel it, huh?
You're not in agony? Wait, are you serious?
Hold still.
Huh?
It's one of my healing arts.
A sword that sears the hand of he who wields it, and a healing art to mend. A man numb to pain, and a woman whose very touch deals nothing but.
Poetic.
Thank you.
All right, let's rout the bastards and finish them off before the surviving stragglers have a chance to regroup. Iron Mask, you coming?
Definitely. I'm not about to go back all that way alone.
So I guess you're not planning on releasing me, huh?
Sorry, you're coming with us.
In that case, there's one thing you should know. No one uses that flaming sword without my say-so.
You needn't worry on that score. I doubt many of us could get close to it in the first place, or would want to.
The blazing sword. It just might be strong enough to match the power of a lord. No, maybe even to surpass it.
Are you sure you're okay?
What do you mean?
Your wound. That soldier nailed you pretty good. Not to mention those flames bursting from you.
They only hit my master core, so I'll be fine. And the flames weren't even hot. It's probably because they're just a manifestation of the astral energy. Honestly, I'm more surprised that you really are incapable of feeling pain.
Did you think I was faking?
No, I believed you. I guess seeing you stay calm while bearing those burns to your hands just really made it hit home for me. It's ironic. I have no problem hurting anyone who touches me. But as soon as I try to wield that sword, it's me who gets hurt.
Do you wish you were impervious to pain too? You realize you could burn your fingers off without even noticing, right?
So what? All I need right now is power. And up until now, I haven't come across anything stronger than that blazing sword the whole time I've been doing this.
You really don't care what happens to you as long as you get what you're after, do you?
Don't talk like you know me.
You... You're right. I don't get you. I don't get why you're so quick to throw it all away. Not when us slaves have never had a choice in whether we lived or died.
Shionne's fighting style. Shionne specializes in gun-based long-range strikes and astral arts. Use her to hit enemies from a safe distance, and to use healing arts on allies with low HP. Healing arts cost CP to use, so mind your CP total. When auto mode is enabled, Shionne will primarily target flying and astral art-wielding enemies, as well as foes with lower HP during combat. CP, otherwise known as Cure Points. Arts with healing and support effects consume Cure Points, CP, in addition to AG. CP is shared across the party and can be restored with items or by staying in an inn or campground. It can be raised by leveling up or finding specific items. Alright, so we need to get away from the mines, and what's up everybody? Welcome back to my Let's Play of Tales of Arise. Last time we awoke within the mines just behind us, and we were ambushed by the Renans, and we made our escape with Shionne by our side, and Zephyr has teamed up with our party. And so, now we just need to continue to head on the path ahead. A core. Yeah, so on these little loading screens, you get little tidbits of information there. This is the Sandinus Ravine that we've arrived at. And as we make our way forward, we should get a nice little cutscene. And I should say welcome proper to the land of brimstone and swirling ash, Orbis Calaglia.
That's...
Ganymede Castle, stronghold of Lord Balsif, self-imposed ruler of all Calaglia.
I've never seen it from this close before.
That's it, all right. And next to it are the gates of fire. Take a good long look while you still can. That wall is what we've come to tear down. The only thing standing between us and freedom.
Freedom.
Let's go.
Alright, well, you heard him. Let's go. Before we continue, though, I'd like to show off the pause screen because it's a little bit different. Instead of just Iron Mask, we also have Shionne as well. And we can actually play as her. So, with the art screen, I might as well show off this while we can. Art setting screen. You can assign arts that you've learned to each of the different buttons. You can set 3 arts to use while on the ground, plus 3 arts to use while in the air. 6 equipable arts. You can press left trigger or right trigger to inspect the arts that you have available. Characters that are set to auto can use all of their arts, but you can press X to uncheck any arts you wish for them to avoid. You can also cast healing arts from the screen as well. Alright, so you see we have Iron Mask here. He's got all of his, and then Mirage for his aerial attack. Of course, unfortunately, that's the only one he knows. Same thing, he only knows Swallowed Blade and Rising Wyvern. Shionne knows 3 arts: First Aid, Magna Ray, and Resurrection. So Resurrection can heal 1 ally. It'll be useful pretty much all the way to the end of the game. Same thing with First Aid, a beginner healing art that slightly restores 1 ally's HP. She'll learn more later, of course, and we'll kind of see those as we go. I don't have too much more to say there. Equipment here: white one-piece infantry rifle. Nothing crazy there. Outfits. So we can change a character's outfits. You can see she's got some bunny ears there. And set the costume and press Y to save the character's current appearance as a custom set, and we can load them in and out as well. So here, for example, Iron Mask, if I press Y, I can save a custom set and just kind of set it to any one of these, and we can load this at any time. Nice and easy. Attachments, I can add some of these are some random things that we unlocked in the DLC things that I opened. Nothing too crazy here. I'm not going to give either of these to probably either of our characters. Yeah, I'm just not probably going to... I could give her the little hair clip. Probably not, though. Weapon skins. So I can give her the infantry, the hunting rifle. She currently has an infantry rifle, though, but I can give her the hunting rifle. We're going to set infantry rifle for now. Same thing with the weapon skin. This is another weapon that we unlocked. It's just a stronger weapon that we can use to kind of make the early game a little bit easier. And I think I will do so. I will set both of those to that, and then for equipment, I'd like to go in and change the weapon to this replica of a katana wielded by a certain new recruit since his training days. Not sure what this is a reference to be honest. I could probably look it up. But it raises our attack by quite a lot, so might as well equip that. Same thing for Shionne here. Her hunting rifle gives us a lot of power that we can use, so might as well attach it. Make this early game a bit easier. Strategy. Strategies. Determine how your party operates in combat. On the strategy screen, press Y to view details about each strategy and adjust them. Up to 4 strategies can be saved, and during battles, open the menu and press Y to switch between them. Party members fight autonomously, but their uses of recovery and support arts and items are determined by your strategy. In the detailed settings screen, you can set how they act in various conditions, with the top action receiving the highest priority. Using items. Items can only be used on the character that you currently control. To do so, open the menu and select an item, except for items that revive them from a KO. Your controlled character will never use items automatically without your permission. Currently, we just have 4 here. We can change them all, make them default, whatever. Currently, we'll just use Fight with Moderation for now. We'll kind of mess around with that a bit later. I don't want to mess around too much with it here, but yep, here we are, our nice little menu screen here. I kind of wanted to show all of that off while we had a chance. And there's the gates over there and the castle, Ganymede Castle, and was it Gates of Fire, Wall of Fire, something like that. I don't remember. But let's continue down our path. Also, one thing I want to note, I can change the party leader to Shionne. When I do so, we are now in control of her, so we can now play as her if I want to. And I do want to show her off in battle, since there's some Zoogles up ahead.
If you get close to a Zoogle, they'll attack.
They will attack, and we can do that. So starting and ending battles, making contact with an enemy icon will initiate a battle. Defeating all the enemies in a given battle will earn you X. Okay, I didn't read it all, but whatever. You guys got the idea. So they will start to charge, and we can head into battle. Level 7 Wolves. And never mind, I'm fighting with Iron Mask. Changing controls during combat. So during combat, press that button while in the menu to change your character's control mode. Semi-auto automatically moves into the attack range, and manual gives me full control, and auto fights based on the set strategy. Semi-auto mode is designed for players who only wish to casually dabble in combat. Manual mode is for those seeking full control, while auto mode lets the game take the reins. I highly recommend just going all in and using manual mode. I could do not right. That's didn't work for some reason. Whatever. I have to be careful now. Because I will get attacked if I'm not careful. But she did kill me, so we're fine. There we go.
I'm sure I can put this to use.
Don't know why I couldn't switch to Shionne there, but if I get a chance to show that off later, I certainly will. Yeah, I certainly will show it off a bit later if I get a chance.
Any enemies you can otherwise avoid, all right?
Makes sense. If we try to take them all on, there'll be no end in sight.
You sure won't hear me complaining.
Yeah, so he's kind of giving you a bit of a hint there. Maybe not to take on this guy if we don't have to. I can grab this antidote rock up here. Always good to check off the beaten path.
I sense a strange power from it. We should gather as many as we can find.
Probably so. That might be a good idea. We can open up this chest over here and get some life bottles. Heals a KO for one ally and restores 800
Seems you found
HP.
something good. Supplies like that are valuable. Never overlook them.
Alright, and now I said to avoid this guy, but I want to fight him anyway. So it's a level 9 golem, so we might be a little in over our heads. And by that, I mean I literally am. So I want to show this off. If I hit the left bumper on the Xbox, L1 on PlayStation, I can choose a item to I can choose which enemy I am targeting. There's only one enemy here, but you can't exactly see it, but I'm selecting 2 different areas. If I do this, I'll wait for Shionne to revive me, please. She gets it going pretty well. Zephyr is a non-playable party member who is going to fight along our side. And I didn't even get to attack, but that orange spot on his back is a weak spot. We'll be learning a little bit more about those later.
And in this world.
Don't worry, I've got your back.
I'll try to be quiet during those as well. I'm sorry, there's a lot of character dialogue that I want to get in without me talking over. But that little orange spot is a weak spot. Hitting those will deal more damage to the enemy, and eventually it will break, causing the enemy to fall over, and you're able to deal tons of damage in a very short amount of time. You'll see that a lot more as we get through the game, and see a lot of stronger enemies as we go on. But for now, there's a little campsite up here that we should probably stop at.
Let's stop a moment to catch our breath.
But I've barely worked up a sweat.
Speak for yourself. What do you want, a medal? Doesn't look like we're being followed. Fail to grab these rare moments of quiet when you can. You'll end up regretting it later.
You're the boss.
Camping out. Resting at a campground will restore your party's HP and CP. While resting, you can watch skits and cutscenes that you previously viewed.
Normally, we should take turns standing guard. But this first time, I'll watch over things so you two can rest easy.
I've never just sat and watched a fire like this before. It's surprisingly soothing.
Well, aren't you getting comfortable? You realize there are still Zoogles prowling around out here, right?
Don't be a spoil sport. It's important to let your mind and spirit relax. Does you a lot more good than you might think.
Alright, they're done. So now I can speak. So we can rest, reminisce, or view downloadable content. So we can view any cutscenes that we've previously viewed, or we can go back and watch any of those skits that we've previously seen. Or, if you'll see in the bottom right corner there, Zephyr's teaching is one that we can view, and I'll get to that in just a moment. If you are out and about and it pops up on your screen and you miss it, because they will disappear after a while, you can always come back here to view any skits that you missed. Hopefully I'll try to avoid doing that if possible, and if I do, I'll probably be editing them back in post, so no worries there. But for now, let's view Zephyr's teaching.
Zephyr, why aren't you concerned about who I am?
You feeling left out, son?
No, it's not that. But
You said you wanted to fight so that you can live a free man. At this point, that's all that matters. Even if it somehow turned out you were a Renin, it wouldn't be such a big deal.
a Renin?
Until we know who you are, we can't rule anything out. Besides, we've already got Shionne with us. At this point, what's one more Renin as long as they're on our side?
So you don't see every Renin as an enemy?
Our goal isn't to hunt down and kill all Renins. We only arm ourselves as much as we need to set ourselves free. If you can believe it, not every Danon agrees with what we're doing either.
Are you saying we have enemies among the Danons?
Not quite. They're just not up for rebelling, per se. The thing you have to remember is that everyone has their own path to walk.
I'm not sure I understand.
That's okay. Just focus on what we have to do right now. However, the time will come when you'll need to decide what to do for yourself.
How come you don't have a scar on your hand?
A scar? What do you mean?
The Crimson Crows all tore off their own spirit cores, right? But your hand doesn't show any signs of ever having a core like theirs. Why not?
I don't know. I don't remember anything about myself from before Doc found me.
Seriously? You have that mask, you don't feel any pain, and you just happen to know how to fight with a sword? No way. You must remember something.
I'm not lying if that's what you think. Believe me, I wish I knew who the hell I am. But I don't. It's funny how I didn't have any time for soul searching while digging up rocks in a mine.
Still.
Are you saying you've told us everything about yourself?
Zephyr.
It's bad manners to pry when you've got plenty to hide yourself.
You're not gonna ask me about my past too?
Only when I think it's necessary. You're a real man of mystery, I'll admit. That said, I'm not one to dig around in someone's business just out of curiosity. If you remember something and feel like sharing, you're free to do so. For now, I think that's good enough.
Right. Thank you.
So, this whole you not feeling pain thing, is that for real?
Why would I lie about it? And why would you care anyway?
No, it's just... you know, I can't imagine what it's like, that's all.
As a slave, I'd say it has its advantages and disadvantages.
Oh?
On the upside, when Renin soldiers push me around, I hardly flinch. The downside's that I get injured without even noticing. Which means I could be knocking on death's door and not even realize it.
Really?
Sure. I may be numb to pain, but that doesn't make me immortal or anything. Still, I wouldn't have noticed any of this if someone hadn't pointed it out to me. If not for my fellow slaves, I'd be long dead, lying in a ditch somewhere.
All right. And with that, I don't think there's much else we need to do. We can check our party status. Not that it really matters. It's all going to be healed up once we're done. But we can rest here at the campsite. So, let's do that.
A Master Core, huh? Now I see. So that's why Balsef's cronies were so desperate to catch her.
Is that what it's called? The jewel in her chest?
Oh, right. You don't remember a damn thing, do you? Fair enough. Guess it's time to fill you back in. Tell me, you ever wonder why we Danons are made to work ourselves to the bone, day in, day out?
Well, when you put it like that, I always just assumed we were mining resources for them.
And don't you think it'd be quicker if they used all that high-powered tech they have? Why go to all the trouble of relying on weak human labor? Listen, what the Renans are really after isn't resources or minerals. It's astral energy. They're harvesting the astral energy that sleeps inside all matter in life forms. And they're doing it the same way they have for the past 300 years, using us Danans as mere siphons.
Right. They have machines for minerals, but extracting from Danans requires spirit cores. Any astral energy collected passes through a spirit vessel on its way to being stored in a master core.
But why go to the trouble of collecting all this energy in the first place? Do they really need all that juice just to use astral arts?
It determines the Sovereign.
Sovereign? Is that the Renan ruler?
Exactly. 5 lords, each doing whatever it takes to gather as much astral energy as they can and store it in their master cores. Whichever of them manages to accumulate the most power at the end of their contest is crowned the ruler of the Renan motherland. A new crown contest, as they call it, is held every decade or so.
So you see, the master cores are the receptacles in which the lords store their power. And we Danans are sacrificed, so the Renans can choose their new ruler.
That's insane! You're telling me that's what our people have been dying for this whole time?
Relax, hero. You're not the only one who's bent out of shape about the whole thing. There are 2 things that I haven't been able to get my head around yet. What business would a Renan have stealing a Master Core? And what's the deal with that blazing sword?
I think the sword is a physical manifestation of the Master Core's astral energy. As for why it took the shape of a sword, well, I don't know any more than you do. Honest.
And that stuff about needing your permission to use it? What was that about?
I'm the only one of us who can control the Master Core to some extent. Without me to adjust the flow of astral energy, the sword can't take a physical form.
What do you want out of this? You may be one of them, but you don't strike me as the ruthless oppressor type.
I'm going to take down all of the lords.
Never thought I'd say this, but I like the cut of your jib, Renan. Very well. As far as we're concerned, the struggle continues either way. And with that sword on our side, our chances of victory just increased. That is, of course, assuming we can count the 2 of you in.
Fine by me. After all, it sounds like we're after the same thing anyway.
Honestly, I'm still a little confused by all this. But if it's a choice between this or going back to being a slave, then I choose to fight.
Then it's settled. Together, we'll overthrow the Renan lords. And first up on that chopping block is Balseph, the wild beast. Sound good?
I've gotta hurry.
We have another secret hideout in Ulzebek, not far from here. We should be able to meet up with our comrades there.
Cut it out. Didn't anyone ever tell you it's rude to stare?
I know I already asked you this, but are you sure we haven't met somewhere before?
What's so hard to understand? I'm Renan, you're Danon. There's no way. Besides, I'm from Lenegus. Trust me, wherever you were before you lost your memory, we've never crossed paths.
Lenegus? You mean the same Lenegus that's up in the sky? I've heard it called the Renan's Castle, but I never imagined people actually lived up there.
Well then, where did you think we all lived? Didn't you see the Renan Lords descend for the crown contest?
And how long ago was that?
Well, the current contest started 7 years ago, so...
Then I wouldn't remember.
Just how far back do you remember?
About a year, give or take. That's how long ago Doc found me.
1 year. Then no. I'm sorry, but there really is no way we could have met.
Guess not.
All right, and with that, ooh, sparkly, shiny. Not to get distracted or anything, but I want to talk a little bit more about the camps and the campfires. So even though you've used it once, doesn't mean you can't use it again. Of course, I can simply walk right up here and press A to camp again, and we can certainly go back to resting. I don't want to do that now, though, but I do want to talk a little bit about them. So, this is one of those places where characters can interact with each other more outside of just those skits like the one we just saw. Party members have unique dialogue at these campsites, and there are moments later on where we can pick up a party member to speak with before resting, and thus grow a little bit closer with them. And in these instances, we as the player only control Iron Mask, and that's part of the reason why for the vast majority of this LP Let's Play, I'll be playing as Iron Mask, as you see here. So he's kind of our main character. So when we're eventually able to speak with other party members and kind of grow a little bit closer with them, strengthen our bond, you could say, we are controlling Iron Mask. So I'll try to kind of play the game accordingly, you could say. But let's just continue on the path here. I don't think there's anything we can... Oh, we can jump way down here. And sploosh into the water. Cool. Didn't know I could do that, but let's run around here and grab some things. A sage, an herb that raises max HP when used.
What's this thing?
Nice. I'm sure we'll be using that later. I don't want to use it now, though, of course, while it would be kind of nice. Oh, a carp, a hardy fish that can survive even in poor water. It's best to cook before eating, as consuming it raw is dangerous.
Whenever you find some, make sure to grab it.
It's edible, huh? Good to know.
Definitely.
Thank you all for your lovely commentary about the carp. I probably won't use that sage right now. I probably want to save that for a little bit later. It's probably best to use that on maybe some other party members, and we may just hold on to it for a good long while. And I skipped the text for that wheat, but once you picked up an item for the first time, I don't think it gives you the commentary on that again. It may do it after saves, but I honestly don't remember for sure. So you can't exactly take my word for it. And I think yeah, I just want to keep going here. There's a nice bridge here. Anything around here? Gotta check these corners, man. This is where they get you.
One enormous stray.
I don't think we can take it right now.
Gigant Zeugles. Giant Zeugles roam around certain areas. They're very hard to fight, but you can get rare items and lots of other things from them. Thanks for letting me read all that. Essentially, that guy up there, very, very strong. We're not going to be coming back for him until much, much later in our journey. So take note of him. He's up there, but we are not going to be dealing with that guy for quite a long time.
Made it to Ulzebek.
Step down here. There's a Zeugl right over there, and they are definitely charging at me. Let's see if I can run around them real quick. I want to grab these items before. Also, if you grab an item like this, the orange gel, a valuable medicinal herb that that supplements a person's vitality when eaten, and it restores 30 CP.
What's this thing?
When you grab these, the enemies reset. So if you're ever in a bind, you need to get enemies off your back. Grab an item that you'll get a cutscene for, and you'll be all right. But I do actually want to fight these guys, so let's do it. These are armadillos. Of course, making sure that I'm... Whoa! Hello, buddy. Making sure to dodge when needed. He's going to charge me, I'm sure. Oh, there he goes. Only one more, and this weapon is also really, really helpful. This new one that we've gotten, it's doing a lot of damage and already done. Sweet.
Everything's coming up, Zephyr.
What a interesting comment to make. Everything's coming up, Zephyr. It's kind of funny, actually. I got that over there. Let's kind of go along the main path. One, because I want to grab these mushrooms. Some poisonous varieties apparently exist. Of course, here's that guy. Now, these guys here, they will spot you, but they will not actually attack you and go after you. Just be very careful not to get too close, because that's what will trigger the fight. Of course, I can still just run up here, no problem. None of the giant ones will ever target you as a player. They will simply stand there and wait for you to approach. You'll tell that they are the Gigant Zoogles by the red sparkly things surrounding them, and they're also massive size in comparison to other enemies of the same type. We will see enemies like this later on, most likely at least, and they'll be much smaller, so that you'll kind of get that as a bit of an example. But there's some, I think these are more armadillos here. There we go. Just two of them here. I wouldn't necessarily call these guys weak. I just got blasted by one of them. She is going to heal me though, which is nice. I'll try to stop him from attacking Shionne, and we're done.
Show me what you can do,
Sweet. Cool. I don't know if it's that pathetic. Jeez. But yeah, you hear that little hoo-hoo, and you see right up here, there is an owl on this tree, and we can examine it. This is a Danon owl. Hoo-hoot. And we get the dog tail. So you see he's actually got a dog tail on his behind. And so it's a wise, noble Shiba Inu. I think that's how you pronounce that breed of dog. When combined with a set of ears, it makes it tempting to run around and bark everywhere. I do want to talk a little bit about the thing he has on him that we just got.
Bird.
It's an owl. They're often used as a symbol to represent ancient Dana.
So Danon owls can be found roosting in hidden spots throughout the land. I'm going to see if I can actually pull up that field guide. Maybe. Can I? No. Maybe in here somewhere. Danon owls. Sweet. It may be, there may be something in it for adventurers who track them down. So these are what are known as Danon owls. There are 38 of them scattered all throughout Dana. All of them are wearing a cosmetic item, like I showed you, that once found will be given to you to add to your party if you'd like. I'll be showing off each Danon owl as they generally become available and are close by. So for example, if we head into a new area with two owls, one of them is on the required story path, and the other one is technically available, but we aren't required to head into that area until later, and that does happen a couple times. Or we never have to visit an area as part of the main story. I'll collect the first owl as we come across it, and then I'll save the second one for a later date. Well, I think I explained that wrong. So if we travel to an area and we'll be coming back there and traveling through a different area where the owl is, then we'll collect it. Well, I'm sorry. No. Let me start over. You see Danon owl on main path. You collect. If we will never come back there for the most part, or it's just not likely that we come back there for any story reason, also grab the owl. If for whatever reason there's a chance that we come back to an area and there's an owl that we can get on our second trip that was out of the way for the first trip, I'll save the owl for the second trip or the third trip, and so on. That's what I was trying to say. Don't know why that was so hard. Grammar not good for me, I guess. But we're at our main story objective, but I'd like to take a sharp left here, fight some more enemies, I guess. And guess this should be easy. I will most likely be talking over most of the time that these guys talk through these fights, because I don't find much of,
Less talking, more pummeling.
most of it is repeated, so I don't really feel too bad about
Done here. Let's move.
talking.
I'm right behind you, Shionne.
Most of that is repeated. Some of it does change as we progress through the story and the characters become a bit closer, but it is nothing too crazy. But here we are at these lovely gates, and we can enter inside with a simple A to open. However, I think we're gonna save that for the next episode. So if you guys did like this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. It's helped the channel a lot. And if you want to see more content like this, please do consider subscribing. Once again, guys, my name is Connor. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.